Hey, it's Nay. And welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new here. Hi, I'm Nay. And here we talk about all things looking good, feeling good, and smelling good at mostly affordable prices. So if any or all of that sounds interesting to you, just gonna hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button too, to let me know you like my content. And to join the fam, okay? Join the community. So for here, I'm not sure what I'm going to call this video, but I'm going to try my hardest to keep this video under 15 minutes. Who else just laughed at me? Yeah, I laughed in my head, guys. So I don't know what I'm going to call this video, but I just unboxed Mancera's Roses Vanille. And I have some fragrances that, to my nose, shares something. It doesn't smell like, doesn't smell identical, does not smell, it won't confuse anybody, even the fragrance non-wearers knows. It won't confuse you. But, to my nose, this little nostril right here, so I'm smelling certain textures in that are from this fragrance. This is the Ground Zero that these 6 fragrances are giving. So if you like this one, there's a high chance you might like any or all of these fragrances right here. So Roses Vanille is a very rose forward. Now the rose in here is a sweet rose. Think like a lighter rose that's not as pungent, but it's strong. It's not pungent, but it's strong and a little syrupy. And then the vanille in here is giving a bit of like frosting, like, you know, frosting pancake. This one gives a thin layer, like a skinny girl frosting. Like, you don't want too much, okay? Because of calories. You know what I mean? But I want a little bit because I like to taste of it. Like that. That's what it gives me. With a very, very beautiful sugared lemon note. Now, it is a real lemon, but the whole thing is sugared, including the rind. With light touches of this woody facet that lend it to smell a pinch like gentle fluidity gold. That video will be coming. I don't know if I'm gonna record it today. The kids' bedtime is, that's why I'm giving myself a time limit. And I'm already 3 minutes in. Oh my gosh, guys. So, here's Ground Zero. And real quick disclaimer, our noses might be different. You might not smell what I'm smelling. You might smell what I'm smelling. I'm just saying. And I might make you think and go and smell it if you have these fragrances. The first one is Bade Al Oud Amethyst by Lattafa. This is a dupe for, I believe, Atomic Rose. Guys, the rose in here and the rose in Mancera's Roses Vanille, to my nose, is the same rose, which is a sweeter rose, a little syrupy. Definitely. Now, there is a wispy quality to this that reminds me of saffron. I'm not sure if saffron's actually in this fragrance. This video is not about fragrance note breakdown. It's about what I smell to my nose so that I can assist you in getting fragrances that you might like. Now, redundancy. There's a difference between redundant and a, oh my gosh, they smell the exact same, or they smell way too similar. I cannot have 7 fragrances with the same thing, basically. And similar, right? The truth of the matter is there's only so many ways you can do vanilla. And yet so many of us, hit that like button if you agree, have like 20 vanilla fragrances or more. So the rose in here is giving that slightly syrupy rose for sure. The differences are Roses Vanille is heavier than this fragrance, but for me, this fragrance leaves more scent wisp trails. It's giving trails. This is leaving a cloud, right? Roses Vanille is leaving clouds around me. This is quite literally leaving breadcrumbs to show you where I've been. Very beautiful, strong fragrance. There is something in here that is punchy. Something This gets more and better blended the longer this sits in my collection. I believe this is a dupe for Atomic. I just don't want to be saying nonsense to you. Because I do believe this to be Atomic Rose dupe. It's something in here is giving me Incensey, but hold on. It is Atomic Rose. See, I knew what I was talking about. I just want to make sure I wasn't telling you false information. Now, something in here is giving me like smoky. There is a woody vibe in this, but the woodies is two different woody because there's a smoky vibe in here. Very beautiful, very gorgeous. That is Bade Al Oud Amethyst by Lattafa. The next one is Armav's Club de Nuit Imperial White. You probably already knew I was going to talk about this fragrance because in the video I just recorded that was released yesterday, right? I said yesterday, am I releasing this Christmas Eve? Maybe. The video in which I unboxed Mancera's Roses Vanille, I mentioned that I do smell the same rose and some like, so this is more of an orangey note that wisps through this, but the citrusy note wisps through this fragrance the same as this one. So, the orange goes through this. The frosting is a thicker coating in this one than Roses Vanille. The frosting is giving skinny girl frosting. Club de Nuit Imperial White is giving give me the frosting. I'll let it frosting because I want to eat crazy. I just eat it crazy. The orange note in here does the same thing that the citrus note, the lemon note in here does. It cuts through some of that sweetness and gives you something that is intoxicating in a sexy yet very wearable manner. The rose is very potent in this fragrance, but there is also a lychee note that gives you some more tang. Some slight sour or tangy. Definitely really does good in this fragrance. Absolutely wonderful. Definitely heavier than Roses Vanille. This also leaves a scent trail. I look for the video. There's a video solely on this fragrance called, I think, Man Follows Me Around the Grocery Store or something. Like, guys, it was insane. He did. And then he came out to me. It was insane. Anyway, watch that video. Club de Nuit Imperial White. This is the DNA of Delina and Delina Exclusive. Somewhere in between those two. So lovely. Let's keep it moving. Oh my gosh, almost 8 minutes. So, Kayali Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper. The syrupiness in Mancera Roses Vanille is dialed up 20 notches in Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper. Well, you get that slight syrupy vibe, right? Everything in here is giving skinny. This is giving, yeah, jammy rose. The base of the rose is very similar, right? They just kept cooking down. They added more sugar to cook it down more. So the syrup is giving a little slim. It's giving kind of runny. This is a jammier. So you pick it up and it plops down because it's literally giving like something you'd spread on a piece of toast, on a English muffin, on a bagel. Wonderful. Absolutely adore this. And there's a peppery vibe to this, right? What I'm loving about majority of these fragrances is there's something cutting into the sweetness. There's a pink pepper note in this fragrance. Gosh, I have to. I'm so sorry. Oh no, gives it a spicy and bubbling sensation. This fragrance used to be lactonic creamy to me, like a milkshake type of creamy. For some reason, that has since left the building. Not sure why. Now I'm getting more of that, what people call the jamminess, the literal jam. Go into your fridge. If you open up jam and jellies, you should be refrigerating it, and smell that, and taste it, scoop it out, and you'll see the thickness of that. Yes. Moving on. That's Kayali Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper. I feel like I don't have to talk too in depth about Kayali Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper and most Kayali fragrances because it is a very popular brand and I think it deserves all the hype it gets. Just saying. Michael Malol's Rose and Honey. Guys, guys, I love this fragrance. This is the the rose in here reminds me of the rose in Rose's Vanille. Now, you might get confused in this one, right? Because you're like, you might smell and be like, no, it doesn't smell the same to me. The powderiness cuts through the rose. Like they took the rose, the thinly syrupy rose from Rose's Vanille, right? Put it in a dehydrator and then ground it up. Okay? Then took some fruity note, like some fruits, and dashed this now slightly syrupy rose over the fruits then. So now you have a powdery syrupy rose somehow with the fruits. And there is a citrus note still cutting through this. That citrus note is giving a similar cut. Like this one is supposedly tangerine. It just smells like citrusy. Pretty citrus cut through this. As this dries down, you're getting some more thickness. The powderiness starts to elevate and move from front of you. I don't know why, because the powderiness is actually in the mid notes, but it starts getting out of my face. And the honey and caramel thicken this fragrance so that it lends to me more of that syrupy rose without getting heavy. It's a gorgeous fragrance. To me, is more spring summer. Absolutely wonderful. So Rose's Vanille, fall, winter, most of spring. Bade Al Oud, I've worn this year round. I definitely had this in the summer for sure. So if I would wear this in summer, I'd wear this in the spring. I'm wearing it now. I wore it in the fall, and it's now winter officially. I wear this now. So I feel like this is year round. In the summertime, much lighter. 1-2 sprays. And I'm an oversprayer. And this is perfect. Gorgeous. Club de Nuit Imperial White is giving fall winter. It's heavy. Summer nights. Date nights. Nighttime of usually any season. But daytime, you want to wear it whenever. Fall, winter mostly. Because this is a very rich fragrance. Kayali Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper is basically fall, winter, spring. Summer, this pepperiness in this gets to be a bit much. Date night, any night though. Because it's now dark. Okay? Sexy. Rose and Honey is giving spring and summer. But I have mixed her with this. I've mixed her with Scandal by JPG. I've mixed her with a few fragrances that makes her more appropriate for fall and winter. Because it's a fruity, powdery, rose fragrance that has some very sweet touches in the dry down that is absolutely gorgeous. It doesn't ever get too sweet. You keep that liquidiness about it. So that, and it's so nice. That is Rose and Honey by Michael Malul. I think that Michael Malul is underrated. Let me know if you want to know what I think are some underrated brands on YouTube. If you follow me, you should have known this would probably hit this, because this smells like the DNA of Kayali Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper to me, but her older sister, or her older cousin maybe her older cousin. This is Chic Chic Luxe edition, please. There's this regular Chic Chic. This is the Luxe edition. I don't even know if they're claiming there's rose in here. Guys, there's rose in here. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Guys, this smells like rose, leather. I don't know why. Some spices. I don't know why I just got I feel like I'm smelling the other fragrances. So I almost just said I smell a citrusy note, but I don't remember a citrusy note in this fragrance. No, there's no citrusy note in here because I'm just smelling other fragrances. This smells like there's leather in here, and they don't claim leather. I smell leathery touches in here. This is oudy, but not stank oud. I don't even know if there's actual oud in this fragrance. No, it says woodsy notes, so there might probably be oud in here. But that woody vibe, it's like the oud in here is woody. That's the touches you kind of smell in Rose's Vanille. The rose is the same rose. Cannot nobody tell me the difference, because the caramel in here is coating this rose to make it syrupy. It's sweet. This is a sweet rose. The cinnamon mixed with the woody notes and the amber and a pinch of that patchouli might be what's giving me the leathery note. The leathery note is smooth, okay? Smooth. Don't get scared, ladies. It is definitely more unisex. This is the most unisex out of this entire grouping I'm going to offer up to you. But it's smooth. There's saffron in here. It's wispy. So lovely. The cinnamon is giving a slight spiced, not spicy, spiced, like well-seasoned dessert type of feel. The vanilla in here, is not giving you frosting vanilla. It's giving you cream vanilla. So you have your rose, right? Let's say you have a beautiful glass cup. You have rose petals that have been coated thinly in a wet caramel. So it's not a super thick caramel. The caramel is melted, okay? Mixed up so that it coats the rose, okay? Then you take the cinnamon, mix it up. That is what you're smelling. Now we go ahead, okay? And we take a strip of leather, wrap it around the glass, tie it into a pretty bow, okay? And then we lightly sprinkle a little bit of something earthy, or we garnish it with something that has a bit of an earthy smell. If they put Shuk in a different bottle with, think any of these other brands that are charging $300, $400, $500 for a fragrance, and slap that price tag on it, people would gas this fragrance to the high heavens. I'm just telling you like it is. Beautiful fragrance. Definitely more unisex. So if you're one of those girls that love a rose fragrance but want a more unisex type of fragrance, Shuk Luxe Edition is for you. And the last fragrance, the Lina La Rose. The rose in here is the same rose. You might get confused because there's aquatic touches to this fragrance. Very aquatic, very fresh touches that cuts into this syrupy rose. But this is a sweet fragrance. Now, this is not syrupy. This is a much thinner syrup. So the fragrance is not caramel. It is a watery, clear, literally sugar water, maybe I should say, instead of syrupy. You take sugar water and you drip it over the roses. And then you put all of that into a drink. A water, like a water, right? You put that all into the water. You throw the barest smidge of a slight tangy, slightly sour note and a green quality. So maybe you put some greenery onto the drink, and that is what you get here in the Lina La Rose. Gorgeous, beautiful. 19 minutes. Ugh, I didn't make 15 minutes. Time for me to go. It's my kids' bedtime now. Thank you so much for watching this whole video. If any of these fragrances you own and you have Rose's Vanille, go ahead and smell it. Tell me if you're smelling what I'm smelling, friend. If you don't, that is 110% okay, because everybody's noses is different. I'm just telling you, to my nose, the rose in Rose's Vanille smells very, very, very similar to the roses in here. They just have other things mashing and dashing with it, clashing and washing with it. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, don't forget to that like button. Don't forget to that subscribe button. Guys, I'm only a few subscribers away from 1,100 subscribers. So thank you, everyone. Happy holidays. Happy holidays. I really appreciate everyone that watches. So with that, it's Goddess Nay. Look good, feel good, smell good. Have a great day. Bye.